Writing Center. My name is Juliet.
And my name is Maria, and we're going to do a presentation on academic voice.
We are going to view academic voice definitions, casual writing definition and examples, academic writing definitions with declarative statements, point of view definition, first person point of view definition and examples, second person point of view definition and examples, third person point of view definition and examples, active and passive voice definition and examples, and finally casual versus academic writing examples. Casual writing. You use first and second person point of view when writing casual or informally. This is the writing you use in your diary, tweets, and Facebook posts. When you use casual writing, you get to say whatever you want without having to back up your argument. Here's some example of casual writing. I think she's so smart. Dude, you gotta stop talking to me like that. I think the most beautiful country in the world is Japan. Well, I really don't know what to say, you know? You can't drive and text at the same time.
What is academic voice? Academic voice is a formal way to express yourself on paper. At universities and colleges, you will be required to write different papers using one or more academic sources to support your arguments and/or ideas. Using academic voice makes your paper coherent and professional. The people who read your paper will focus on the content rather than on what you think of the topic. Academic voice uses third-person point of view. Academic writing. Academic writing is not just about using third person. You also need to be concise and professional with your statements. Sloppy writing and redundant sentences make your reader lose interest in your paper. Academic writing, declarative statements. Declarative statements present the information in a professional way. They present a complete idea without stating who believes it. Instead of saying, I think we shouldn't be dropped from classes, you would say, students should not be dropped from classes. Declarative statements are a must in academic writing.
What is point of view? The point of view of a story is the perspective from which a story is told. In order to successfully utilize academic voice, you first need to be able to identify different points of view. Here we'll focus on three: first person point of view, second person point of view, and third person point of view. First person point of view. First person point of view focuses on your personal beliefs and experiences. Throughout the paper you'll use pronouns like I, me, mine, we, us, and our. Some examples are, I went to the park, believe me, it is mine, we like to travel, it happened to us, our opinion is. Second person point of view. Writing that uses second person point of view uses variations of you throughout the whole paper, using pronouns like your, yours, or you. Examples are, your understanding about this topic, it will be all yours, or you will see in this story.
Third-person point of view. Successful academic writing uses third-person point of view. It identifies people by a specific noun. Third-person point of view helps you present your position with facts and claims rather than with personal ideas, but it does support your opinion. When you use third-person point of view, it makes your claims more factual and academically acceptable. People will be more willing to take your claims or arguments seriously. It helps you and your reader focus on the topic. It shows a narrative perspective. Third-person point of view examples. Third person uses pronouns like he or she, as in she explained, they are showing, his or her, as in his opinion is, their ideas are, the reader or people, as in some people believe, the author illustrates, the story or the poem, as in the story absorbs the reader, the character or person names, such as Dr. Smith, as in Dr. Smith argues.
Overall view on points of view. In first-person point of view, you express your personal beliefs and experiences by using I, we, us, me, our, mine. For second point of view, you use variations of you, such as your, yours, and you.
Third person point of view has arguments that are presented neutrally. You use he, she, they, his, her, their, character or person names such as Dr. Smith, the reader, an individual people, the story, or the poem. Active voice versus passive voice. Academic writing prefers active voice. Active voice is when the doer, subject, performs the action, verb, to the receiver, direct object. Not all sentences have direct or indirect objects. It can clearly state who the subject is. It allows the reader to follow ideas without confusion. It makes sentences clear and concise. Active voice follows the following structure: the doer plus the verbal phrase plus the receiver. Passive voice is when the receiver, direct object, is used as the new subject in the sentence. Sometimes the doer, the previous subject, might or might not be left out intentionally. If the doer is present in the sentence, it is after the verb and used with the word by. Passive voice can make your reader confused. It is vague and unclear. Passive voice follows the following structure: the receiver plus the verbal phrase plus by and the doer. Active versus passive voice examples. For active voice, you would say, "My mom didn't feed the dog." For passive, you can say, "The dog wasn't fed." Note that there is no doer in the passive example. For active voice, you can say, "The professor ate the cake." For passive, you can say, "The cake was eaten by the professor." Notice that the doer is paired with by. For active voice, you can say, "The students read the novel." For passive, it would change to, "The novel was read by the students." For active voice, you can say, "The new employees received instructions." For passive, it would change to, "Instructions were received by the new employees."
Here are some examples of casual versus academic writing. For casual writing, you use slang, contractions, incomplete sentences, first-person point of view, second-person point of view, redundant, and informal. Some academic writing uses are professional language, supporting evidence, third-person point of view, declarative statements, and active voice. And finally, academic writing avoids literary cliches. Now we are going to take some time to do an activity on your own. You're going to take the casual writing example and change it to an academic writing.
The first example is, "Oh, well, I think it's ridiculous how much tuition has increased lately."
The second example is, "You shouldn't be driving and texting."
The third example is, "Okay, you'll have to understand the assignments you receive from the teacher."
The fourth example is, "The TV was broken."
The last example is, "Do not use redundant statements. When you write the same thing with different words, the reader gets bored. He wants a concise and clear statement."
Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon at the San Antonio College Writing Center.